Himina 31 na legislature Guahan's called to order. Senators, we are in the voting file. So the first bill on the agenda of the voting file is Bill number 202-31 COR. Would the clerks please read the title?
Bill number 202-31 COR, as substituted by the Committee on Education and Public Libraries, introduced by V. Anthony Adams. An act to add a new Article 7 to Chapter 6 of Title 17 Guam Code Annotated relative to protection of minors and students' rights.
Roll call.
Senator Tom Atta. Senator Tony Atta. Senator Blas. Vice Speaker Cruz. Senator Dueñas. Senator Gutherts. Senator Mabini. Senator Munya Barnes. Senator Palacios. Senator Pangilinan. Senator Respicio. Senator Rodriguez. Senator Silva Tyron. Speaker Wanpat.
Ungan.
Senator Yamashita.
Before I announce the vote, I recognize the Majority Leader.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. I did this at the beginning of this session, but just to reaffirm my motion to excuse Senator Pangilinan from voting.
On that motion without any objection. And Amended Bill 202-31 COR received 14 yea votes and 1 excused absence. Amended Bill number 202-31 is duly passed by this body. Bill number 306-31 LS.
Bill number 306-31 LS, as amended by the Committee on Public Safety, Law Enforcement, and Judiciary, introduced by Sam Abini, PhD, Adolfo B. Palacios, Sr. An act to add a new subsection 90.48 to Article 1 of Chapter 90, Title 9 Guam Code Annotated, relative to establishing and administering an international prisoner transfer program.
Roll call.
Senator Tom Atta. No. Senator Tony Atta. Yes. Senator Blas. Yeah. Vice Speaker Cruz. Senator Dueñas. Senator Gutherts. Senator Mabini. Senator Munya Barnes. Senator Palacios. Senator Pangilinan. Senator Respicio. Senator Rodriguez. Senator Silva Tyron. Speaker Wanpat.
Ungan.
Senator Yamashita.
You may, before I announce the vote, would the clerk please make the change? Senator Ada has changed, some Ada has changed his vote to yes. Amended Bill number 306-31 LS received 14 yea votes and 1 excused absence. Amended Bill 306-31 LS is duly passed by this body. Bill number 315-31 COR.
Bill number 315-31 COR as substituted by the Committee on Education and Public Libraries, introduced by Elena Yamashita, PhD. An act to add a new Chapter 14 to Division 2 of Title 17, Guam Code Annotated, relative to requiring the Guam Department of Education to continually update a 10-year capital improvement project plan and to identify funding sources for the projects, and to cite this act as the, quote, Teaching and Learning Communities Act, end of quote.
Roll call.
Senator Tom Ada? Yes. Senator Tony Ada? Yes. Senator Blas? Vice Speaker Cruz? Aye. Senator Dueñas? Aye. Senator Gutherts? Yes. Senator Mabini? Yes. Senator Muñoz Barnes? Yes. Senator Palacios? Yes. Senator Pangilinan? Senator Respicio? Yes. Senator Rodriguez? Yes. Senator Silva Tyron? Yes. Speaker Wanpat? Yes. Senator Yamashita?
Substitute Bill number 315-31 COR received 14 yea votes, 1 excused absence. Substitute Bill number 315-31 COR is duly passed by this body. Resolution number 358-31 LS.
Resolution number 358-31 LS, introduced by Judith T. Wanpat, EDD, T.R. Muñoz Barnes, BJF Cruz, relative to urging the United States Congress and the President of the United States to continue their efforts in calling upon the government of the Islamic Republic of Iran to ensure that the nation's youth will not be denied access to higher education because of their faith.
Roll call.
Senator Tom Ada? Aye. Senator Tony Ada? Yes. Senator Blas? Aye. Vice Speaker Cruz? Aye. Senator Dueñas? Aye. Senator Gutherts? Aye. Senator Mabini? Yes. Senator Muñoz Barnes? Okay. Senator Palacios? Okay. Senator Pangilinan? Senator Respicio? Senator Rodriguez? Yes. Senator Silva Tyron? Yes. Speaker Wanpat? Yes. Senator Yamashita?
Resolution number 358-31 LS received 14 yea votes and 1 excused absence. Resolution number 358-31 LS is duly passed by this body. Resolution number 369-31 COR.
Resolution number 369-31 COR, introduced by R.J. Respicio, T.C. Ada, relative to requesting that the Honorable Madeline Z. Bardallo, Guam Delegate to the United States Congress, secure authorization and funding for a United States Department of Labor, USDOL, Job Corps Center on Guam.
Roll call.
Senator Tom Ada? Aye. Senator Tony Ada? Yes. Senator Blas? Aye. Vice Speaker Cruz? Aye. Senator Dueñas? Aye. Senator Gutherts? Yes. Senator Mabini? Yes. Senator Muñoz Barnes? Yes. Senator Palacios? Yes. Senator Pangilinan? Senator Respicio? Senator Rodriguez? Yes. Senator Silva Tyron? Yes. Speaker Wanpat?
Hungan.
Senator Yamashita? Yes.
Resolution number 369-31COR received 14 yea votes, 1 excused absence. Resolution number 369-31COR is duly passed by this body. Resolution number 370-31COR.
Resolution number 370-31COR, introduced by R.J. Respicio, T.C. Ada, relative to requesting that the Congress of the United States ensure that the federal Medicare, Medicaid, and food stamps programs all be fully and adequately funded in the fiscal year 2013 federal budget, and that the budget be maintained at current levels of coverage for children, seniors, the ill, the disabled, and individuals of limited means for the 50 states and all insular areas of the United States.
Roll call.
Senator Tom Ada. Senator Tony Ada. Senator Blas. Vice Speaker Cruz. Senator Dueñas. Senator Gutherts. Senator Mabini. Senator Munya Barnes. Senator Palacios. Senator Pangilinan. Senator Respicio. Senator Rodriguez. Senator Silva Tyron. Speaker One Pat.
Ongan.
Senator Yamashita.
Resolution number 370-31COR received 14 yea votes and 1 excused absence. Resolution number 370-31COR is duly passed by this body. Resolution number 330-31LS.
Resolution number 330-31LS, as amended by the author, introduced by R.J. Respicio, T.C. Ada, J.P. Gutherts, DPA, relative to requesting that the Honorable Madeline Z. Bardallo advocate for an adjustment of the schedule of fees charged by the U.S. Consulate in the Republic of the Philippines for B-1 and B-2 visas, and to also formally make the same request of the U.S. Department of State, and to encourage the Department of State to adopt standardized policies relative to the issuance of B-1 and B-2 visas with all nations with which the United States maintains a security agreement, such as that which exists between the United States and the Republic of the Philippines.
Roll call.
Senator Tom Ada. Senator Tony Ada. Senator Blas. Vice Speaker Cruz. Senator Dueñas. Senator Gutherts. Senator Mabini. Senator Munya Barnes. Senator Palacios. Senator Pangilinan. Senator Respicio. Senator Rodriguez. Senator Silva Tyron. Speaker One Pat.
Ongan.
Senator Yamashita.
Resolution number 330-31LS received 14 yea votes and 1 excused absence. Resolution number 330-31LS is duly passed by this body. Bill number 412-31COR.
Bill number 412-31COR, as amended by the Committee on Public Safety, Law Enforcement, and Judiciary, and further amended on the floor, introduced by Judith T. Wanpet, EDD, Adolfo B. Palacios Sr., T.R. Munya Barnes, an act to add a new subsection 77302 to Article 3, Chapter 77 of Title 10, Guam Code Annotated, relative to the duties of the Guam Police Department Community Assisted Policing Effort, Cape in parentheses, volunteers.
Roll call.
Senator Tom Ada. Senator Tony Ada. Senator Blas. Vice Speaker Cruz. Senator Dueñas. Senator Gutherts. Senator Mabini.
Who's that?
Senator Munya Barnes. Senator Palacios, Senator Pangilinan, Senator Respicio, Senator Rodriguez, Senator Silva Tyron, Speaker One Pat,
Ungan.
Senator Yamashita, Senator Blas, Senator Blas.
Amended Bill Number 412-31 COR received 14 yea votes and 1 excused absence. Amended Bill Number 412-31 COR is duly passed by this body. Bill Number 411-31 COR.
Bill number 411-31 COR, as amended by the Committee on Appropriations, Taxation, Banking, Insurance, Retirement, and Land, introduced by T.R. Munya Barnes. An act to authorize the Magalahan Guahan to transfer abandoned properties located within tract number 1113, also known as the Sagan Linadzan subdivision, from the Department to Minanihan Tano, Department of Land Management, to the Guam Housing Corporation for the purpose of affordable housing.
Roll call.
Senator Tom Ada, Senator Tony Ada, Senator Blas, Vice Speaker Cruz, Senator Dueñas, Senator Guthertz, Senator Mabini, Senator Munya Barnes, Senator Palacios, Senator Pangilinan, Senator Respicio, Senator Rodriguez, Senator Silva Tyron, Speaker One Pat,
Ungan.
Senator Yamashita.
Manmalafanya.
Madam Speaker, if I may,
Yes, Senator.
I forgot if I can add you as second co-sponsor on this bill, please.
On that motion, without any objections, so ordered. Amended Bill Number 411-31 COR received 14 yea votes and 1 excused absence. Amended Bill Number 411-31 COR is duly passed by this body. Bill Number 429-31 COR.
Bill number 429-31 COR, as amended by the Committee on Public Safety, Law Enforcement, and Judiciary, and further amended on the floor, introduced by Adolfo B. Palacios, Sr. An act to add a new subsection 66104.2 to Chapter 66, Title 10, Guam Code Annotated, and to amend Section 5 of Chapter 12 of Public Law 31-77 relative to the employment of civilian volunteer police reserve officers.
Roll call.
Senator Tom Ada, Senator Tony Ada, Senator Blas, 4-9. Vice Speaker Cruz. Senator Dueñas. Senator Gutherts. Senator Mabini.
Senator Mabini? On Bill 429? Bill 429-31. Yes.
Senator Munya Barnes. Senator Palacios. Senator Pangilinan. Senator Respicio. Senator Rodriguez. Senator Silva Tyron. Speaker One Pat.
Ungan.
Senator Yamashita.
Amended Bill number 429-31 COR received 14 yea votes and 1 excused absent. Amended Bill 429-31 COR is duly passed by this body. Bill number 407-31 COR.
Bill number 407-31 COR, as amended by the Committee on Public Safety, Law Enforcement, and Judiciary, and further amended on the floor, introduced by Dennis G. Rodriguez, Jr. An act to add a new subsection, parentheses, XX, to subsection 1102 of Chapter 1, and a new subsection 9107.1 to Chapter 9, and to amend subsection, in parentheses, C, of subsection 9107, Chapter 9, all of Title 16 Guam Code annotated, relative to providing for a court-imposed penalty requiring the taking of a defensive driving program for the offense of reckless driving.
Roll call.
Senator Tom Atta. Senator Tony Atta. Senator Blas. Vice Speaker Cruz. Senator Dueñas. Senator Gutherts. Senator Mabini.
Senator, yes, you're recognized.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. In relation to the bill, as many of you know, I am in a relationship with an individual who is in the business, who would deal with defensive driving. And however, I have no financial benefit whatsoever. But I think it would just behoove me to make mention of this and to look to the body as to whether I should recuse myself from voting.
So the members then, you're requested then, do you support, should she be excused then from voting? Normally, there's no need just to say yes or no. Should she? Okay, so should then she recuse herself? Would the body allow her then to be recused from voting? Okay, so if I'm going to allow you to speak, then Senator Ada, you are recognized then to speak on that request.
I just want to state for the record that the senator made some very cogent arguments during the discussion of this bill. And actually, my position on the bill was very much formed by the points that she had raised. And you know, that was pointed out earlier on, and it was indicated that no. So I think, you know, it's one of those, you made your bed, now sleep in it. So so for that, I think that the individual should vote.
Senator Chris Dueñas.
Madam Speaker, in my observations in following the legislatures of the past, I have seen that the threshold for recusal has been set very high, and there's a purpose for that, so that individuals don't simply recuse themselves for trying to get out of voting on something that they feel may be controversial or for maybe some political considerations. So I think there's been full disclosure that there's no financial benefit. The bill itself, as it stands, and the retiring speaker spoke on, is that has some very good implications, and it's good legislation. So I for one believe that the members should vote.
So then I'm going to call for the vote unless anybody else would like to speak. So those in favor then that, now this is for her to be recused. None? Okay. Is it the wish of the body for the senator to vote? Yes. Okay. So, Senator, then yes, it's the desire of the body that you vote.
Okay, Senator Mabini? Senator Munya Barnes? Senator Palacios? Senator Pangilinan? Senator Respicio? Senator Rodriguez? Senator Silva Tyron? Speaker One Pat?
Pass.
Senator Yamashita? Senator Munya Barnes? Speaker One Pat?
Pass.
Senator Munya Barnes? Speaker One Pat? Speaker One Pat?
Francis? Or just Dot, who's calling? My vote's yes. Okay. No, maybe a motion to that. Maybe a vehicular motion or something. No, I always pull over to the side of my cell phone. Amended Bill number 407-31 COR received 13 yea votes, 1 nay, and 1 excused absence. Amended Bill number 407-31 COR is duly passed by this body. Bill number 430-31 COR.
Bill number 430-31 COR as substitute by the Committee on Youth, Cultural Affairs, Procurement, General Governmental Operations, and Public Broadcasting, introduced by BJF Cruz. An act to add a new subsection 5126 to Part C of Article 2, Chapter 5 of Title 5 Guam Code Annotated, relative to authorizing joinder or mutual use of contracts by governmental entities by the Women, Infants, and Children Program of the Department of Public Health and Social Services.
Roll call.
Senator Tom Atta. Senator Tony Atta. Senator Blas. Vice Speaker Cruz. Senator Dueñas. Senator Gutherts. Senator Mabini. Senator Munya Barnes. Senator Palacios. Senator Pangilinan. Senator Respicio. Senator Rodriguez. Senator Silva Tyron. Speaker One Pat.
Ungan.
Senator Yamashita. Senator Blas.
Ungan. Substitute Bill number 430-31 COR received 14 yea votes and 1 excused absence. Substitute Bill number 430-31 COR is duly passed by this body. Bill number 201-31 COR.
Bill number 201-31 COR, as substituted by the Committee on Education and Public Libraries and amended on the floor. Introduced by V. Anthony Atta, Chris M. Dueñas, Judith B. Gutherts, DPA, T.R. Munya Barnes. An act to add a new Article 6 to Chapter 6 of Title 17 Guam Code Annotated relative to protection of minors and students' rights.
Roll call.
Senator Tom Atta. Senator Tony Atta. Senator Blas. Vice Speaker Cruz. Senator Dueñas. Senator Gutherts. Senator Mabini. Senator Munya Barnes. Senator Palacios. Senator Pangilinan. Senator Respicio. Senator Rodriguez. Senator Silva Tyron. Speaker One Pat.
Ungan.
Senator Yamashita. Senator Mabini.
You change. She changed her vote. Yeah. Substitute Bill number 201-31 COR received 13 yea votes, 1 nay, and 1 excuse absent. Substitute Bill number 201-31 COR is duly passed by this body. Bill number 342-31 COR.
Bill number 342-31 COR, as amended on the floor, introduced by M. Silva Tyron, Sam Mabini, PhD, T.C. Atta, Chris M. Dueñas, V. Anthony Atta. An act to amend subsection 58104 of Chapter 58, Title 12, Guam Code Annotated, relative to the inclusion of green technology as an acceptable activity for the eligibility of a qualifying certificate application.
Roll call.
Senator Tom Atta. Senator Tony Atta. Senator Blas. Vice Speaker Cruz. Senator Dueñas. Senator Gutherts. Senator Mabini. Senator Munya Barnes. Senator Palacios. Senator Pangilinan. Senator Respicio. Senator Rodriguez. Senator Silva Tyron. Speaker One Pat.
Pass.
Senator Yamashita. Speaker One Pat.
Pass.
Speaker One Pat.
Pass. Bill number 342-31 COR received 12 yea votes, 2 nays, and 1 excused absence. Bill number 342-31 COR is duly passed by this body. Bill number 331-31 COR.
Bill number 331-31 COR as amended on the floor, introduced by BJF Cruz, Chris M. Dueñas. An act to rezone lot number 10060-REM-1-R2 in the municipality of Dededo from agricultural zone A to commercial zone C.
Roll call.
Senator Tom Atta. Senator Tony Atta. Senator Blas. Vice Speaker Cruz. Senator Dueñas. Senator Gutherts. Senator Mabini. Senator Munya Barnes. Senator Palacios. Senator Pangilinan. Senator Respicio. Senator Rodriguez. Senator Silva Tyron. Speaker One Pat. Senator Yamashita.
Bill number 331-31 COR received 14 yea votes, 1 excused absence. Bill number 331-31 COR is duly passed by this body. Bill number 332-31 COR.
Bill number 332-31 COR as amended on the floor, introduced by BJF Cruz, TR Munya Barnes, Chris M. Dueñas. An act to rezone lot number 10060-REM-R6-new in the municipality of Dededo from agriculture zone A parentheses to commercial zone C.
Roll call.
Senator Tom Atta. Senator Tony Atta. Senator Blas. Vice Speaker Cruz. Senator Dueñas. Senator Gutherts. Senator Mabini. Senator Munya Barnes. Senator Palacios. Senator Pangilinan. Senator Respicio. Senator Rodriguez. Senator Silva Tyron. Speaker One Pat.
Ungan.
Senator Yamashita.
Bill number 332-31 COR received 14 yea votes and 1 excused absence. Bill number 332-31 COR is duly passed by this body. Bill number 333-31 COR.
Bill number 333-31 COR as amended on the floor, introduced by BJF Cruz, TR Munya Barnes, Chris M. Dueñas. an act to rezone lot number 10129-1 in the municipality of Dededo from agricultural zone A to commercial zone C.
Roll call.
Senator Tom Adda. Senator Tony Adda. Senator Blas. Vice Speaker Cruz. Senator Dueñas. Senator Gutherts. Senator Mabini. Senator Munya Barnes. Senator Palacios. Senator Pangilinan. Senator Respicio. Senator Rodriguez. Senator Silva Tyron. Speaker One-Pat.
Ungan.
Senator Yamashita.
Bill number 333-31CR received 14 yea votes and 1 excused absence. Bill number 333-31CR is duly passed by this body. Bill number 443-31CR.
Bill number 443-31COR, introduced by BJF Cruz. An act to amend subsection R in parentheses of subsection 40112, Chapter 40 of Title 5, Guam Code annotated relative to mayoral duties with respect to routed streets and roadways.
Roll call.
Senator Tom Adda. Senator Tony Adda. Senator Blas. Vice Speaker Cruz. Senator Dueñas. Senator Gutherts.
Yes.
Senator Mabini. Senator Munya Barnes. Senator Palacios. Senator Pangilinan. Senator Respicio. Senator Rodriguez. Senator Silva Tyron. Speaker One-Pat.
Ungan.
Senator Yamashita. Senator Dueñas. Senator Mabini. Senator Munya Barnes. Senator Silva Tyron. Senator Dueñas. Senator Mabini. Senator Munya Barnes.
Bill number 443-31COR received 7 yeas, 7 nays, and 1 excused absence. Bill number 443-31COR failed to receive the required votes to be passed. Bill number 404-31COR.
Bill number 404-31COR, introduced by Chris M. Dueñas, F.F. Blas Jr., V.A. Adda. An act to add a new subsection 6115 to Chapter 6 and amend subsection 16207 of Article 2, Chapter 16, all of Title 3, Guam Code annotated, relative to independent candidates for elective office.
Roll call.
Senator Tom Adda. Senator Tony Adda. Senator Blas. Vice Speaker Cruz. Senator Dueñas. Senator Gutherts. Senator Mabini. Senator Munya Barnes. Senator Palacios. Senator Pangilinan. Senator Respicio. Senator Rodriguez. Senator Silva Tyron. Speaker One Pat.
Aye.
Senator Yamashita. Senator Munya Barnes. Senator Silva Tyron. Senator Munya Barnes.
Bill number 404-31CR received 6 yea votes, 8 nay votes, and 1 excused absence. Bill number 404-31 failed to receive the required votes to be passed. Bill number 408-31 COR.
Bill number 408-31 COR, as substituted by the Committee on Health and Human Services, Economic Development, Senior Citizens, and Election Reform, and amended on the floor, introduced by Dennis G. Rodriguez, Jr. An act to amend subsection 3227 and add a new section 3227.1 of Article 2, Chapter 3 of Title 10, Guam Code annotated relative to establishing the Office of Vital Statistics Revolving Fund.
Roll call.
Senator Tom Atta. Senator Tony Atta. Senator Blas. Vice Speaker Cruz. Senator Dueñas. Senator Gutherts. Senator Mabini. Senator Munya Barnes. Senator Palacios. Senator Pangilinan. Senator Respicio. Senator Rodriguez. Senator Silva Tyron. Speaker One Pat.
Bungan.
Senator Yamashita. Senator Blas. Senator Dueñas. Senator Blas. Senator Dueñas.
Substitute Bill number 408-31 COR received 13 yea votes, 1 nay, and 1 excused absence. Substitute Bill number 408-31 COR is duly passed by this body. That completes the bills on the voting file. But on the appointment, Senators, on the appointment of Ms. Lucy Alcorn to serve as a member of the AB Wampat International Airport Authority Board of Directors, all in favor, please raise your hand. Ms. Lucy Alcorn received unanimous support. She's duly appointed. On the appointment of Mr. Martin J. Gerber to serve as a member of the AB Wampat International Airport Authority Board of Directors, all in favor, please raise your hand. Mr. Martin J. Gerber received unanimous support, so he is therefore appointed by this body. On the appointment of Ms. Monica Guzman to serve as a member of the Guam Council on the Arts and Humanities Agency Board of Directors, all in favor, please raise your hand. Ms. Monica Guzman received unanimous support, and she is duly confirmed by this body. We have exhausted then everything on the voting file. I recognize the majority leader for a motion.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I move that we adjourn subject to your call.
Thank you on that motion. Without any objection, so ordered. We are adjourned.